morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you may be listening, this is Latitude, the 43 North podcast. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Kaleida Health, where every day they change lives and make miracles happen. Learn more at KaleidaHealth.org. All right, it is exactly 13 hours since the pitch ended. I'm very tired. I came back to the office and edited some video. Hopefully you saw it on some of the 43 North channels. By the way, I'm Nate Benson, Digital Media Manager here at 43 North, but we've done this before. You're a longtime listener. You know my soothing voice by now. Whew. Holy cow, it was an emotional night. It was an exciting night at the Buffalo Science Museum. We want to give a shout out to the Buffalo Science Museum for hosting us under the skeletons of the woolly mammoth. I think that was an interesting backdrop. It was up in the museum itself. It was fantastic space. We crowded in well over 100 people, close to 200 actually, I believe, in that space, so they could all witness the pitch. And we were joined on the podcast today by one of the winners, Black Monarchy. They won the $15,000 grand prize as well as the $10,000 People's Choice Award. So they walked away with $25,000. So we talked to the founders of Black Monarchy to talk about what their business is like, why they started it, and what they're going to do now that they've got an influx of $25,000 in cash. So as we start out every podcast, we give us the quick pitch of who you are, give us your names and the name of your startup.
Hi, my name is Felicia Dove. I am the owner and creative designer of Black Monarchy.
And I am Averill Dove, co-owner and husband of the star of Black Monarchy.
That's right. So congratulations. You guys
Thank
were
you.
the $15,000 winner and the $10,000
Wow.
People's Choice winner of the pitch last night. And thank you for coming so early in the morning. We're recording this bright and early Friday morning, less than 12 hours after it happened.
We are literally on coffee, a prayer, and really just pure adrenaline.
Yeah.
How incredible, wow. I think we haven't even had time to really digest. We really haven't had time to digest. It's been, what an opportunity, how wonderful,
Yeah, I think, we just want to say thank you, for everybody believing in us. And like she said, we're running on fumes right now. So many inboxes, so many messages of people who are supporting us and just, inspired by what happened. And we just want to say thank you, and that we're looking forward to what's coming up next.
So we'll talk about the pitch in a second, but let's rewind a little bit.
Okay.
What is Black Monarchy?
So Black Monarchy is a global fashion artisan, handcrafted jewelry. It's a boutique. It specializes in handcrafted jewelry made of raw materials, as well as 100% authentic fabrics, really from all over the world. So our tagline is Origin of One, which celebrates that, we were one human race that dispersed amongst the globe into different diasporas. And Black Monarchy basically hubs that all together. It's like a huge cultural explosion that just cannot be tamed, and where different cultures are clashing and maybe not be able to keep the same space or be in the same space and coexist. Black Monarchy gives it a room to do so. We mix fabrics, we mix jewelry. You could have a Tibetan necklace on with Ghanaian fabric. That's kind of what the global aspect is. That's what the world looks like, and Black Monarchy is like that hub to reflect exactly what's already in the world.
When did you have this concept, and what was your background that kind of led you to it's not easy. The fashion world is obviously not easy. And
oh my God.
I wear jeans because I don't know what else to do with myself. So.
Oh man, it's such a journey. It's really a testimony because I grew up learning and knowing my heritage. My mom was hugely, know who you are, and wearing the garbs and the colors and the fabrics. That's just what she did.
Sure.
And we grew up in multiple religions, even as a child. So I was really aware of a lot of different things growing up, and fashion was just in my blood, in my genes. And I didn't get an opportunity to really pursue it directly. I kind of went the roundabout way to this, but as God would have it, when it's for you, and it works just that way. Did a lot of nonprofit sector work, and anything I touched almost didn't work, right? It just led me right back to this space.
If I can say, she just knowing her and knowing that what her passion was, a lot of these things just became, fillers, to where she wanted to do this, but sometimes you're a little afraid of the rejection and not being able to sustain yourself. So you do what you can until you can do what you want to do.
Absolutely.
You know, so like at some point, like, you know, it's a good story, you know, and I'll give you little pieces. Like we kind of were going a route of I Am Phenomenal, where she styles, you know, different people just, you know, for events, weddings and stuff. And then it kind of led into Black Monarchy. But we 2.5 years ago bought all this stuff for a store
that
we didn't have, and we thought, okay, it'll be here. Like, I'll buy this stuff, and then tomorrow we'll just find a space.
2 years.
And it took that long, you know.
In our garage.
And I'll let her continue, but like there were times where like she didn't really want to do it anymore. She just because all the rejection sometimes is like a lot, and you start to not believe in what you want to do or that is what you're supposed to do because you think that it will just work. You know, so I'll let you kind of expound on that.
Yeah, my husband, obviously, well, to give you a little bit of background, we've been together for 12 years. So he's been with me on this journey. And he was speaking life into this dream when I didn't want to believe it anymore. Like, the no's had become so overwhelming. It was like, you know what, maybe I should just go back to a white-collar job, a strict 9-to-5 pension, and just chill. But every time I got into it, and I did a great job at it, something like just took it off track, and I ended up landing back in this space. And, you know, a store was going out of business, and he bought all this stuff. He's like, we have to buy this stuff. And I'm looking at the clothes. He's like, no, look at the fixtures. And it stayed in our, like, you know, our garage for 2.5 years. And we were like waiting, you know, just looking, and I mean, no's from all over Buffalo, and then Push Buffalo, you know, literally met the ED on the corner of the block where the store was, pitched to him, you know, pun intended, of what Black Monarchy is. And he was like, oh my God, we want that. And he was our, you know, Aaron Bartley, shout out to Push Buffalo. They were our very first yes. And that's really how Black Monarchy finally took off. I started styling people in the pieces, a lot of customized pieces, and it grew an audience that I didn't even know was there. Like, as if there was a space specifically made for us. And I mean, literally the rest is history. We opened up August 15th on my late grandfather's birthday as a soft launch opening. We did our grand opening September 4th. So we're new to the brick and mortar business. So to see how like the doors have been opening in such a small window frame, I mean, it literally is mind blowing. Like, we are exactly where we are supposed to be, doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing. It's fulfilling. It's gratifying. I mean, it's really a testimony. It's like just a testament of like having faith and just going for it. Yeah.
You know, your trajectory follows that of so many other, you know, of the famous, you know, startup founders, you know. It was a passion project, and you're like, yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah. And then, you know, it just keeps kind of picking away at your brain, right?
Gnawing at you. I mean, like, it's like you get no rest.
Yeah.
And then my husband wasn't any better because he saw it. He believed it. He's such a visionary. That's like what he does, right? He's developed and birthed so many businesses. Me, on the other hand, like I said, I was cool with a 9-to-5 because it was too great of a risk to take another no. To allow my passion to be open again, to get rejection. I couldn't have taken that. And he carried it until I could. I mean, buying magazines, like, oh, you should do this, buying me mannequins. A lot of the things we have in the store now are things that he's bought me over the years. Yeah. And it's really just been sitting and manifesting until, you know, this time, like right now.
It's kind of at the apex, and it's like, okay, now's the time.
Now and
got to do it.
It's like, go. Yeah. And I mean, when we went, it has not slowed down. And I mean, the pitch, it came across, you know, our mini feed and on Facebook, and I mean, I got like maybe 2 or 3 tags. I screenshotted about 10 times to ensure that, you know, I didn't forget so I could apply. And then the day I'm like, you know what, let's do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen, right? Yeah. At least we put our hat in the ring. Never in a million years did we think the little Black Monarchy would, like, people would believe in it the way we believed in it. I think getting the People's Choice Awards was the biggest, I don't know, for me, because it's like, wow, like the people believe in you, like they chose you. Yeah. It's powerful. It's really wonderful.
Yeah, I guess, you know, and also just looking at who we were amongst, and like the respect that we had for the people who were also in the room with us. Yes. You know, the things that they created, like, and the things that they birthed, you know, from the Health magazine and then the Cool tour. and then Zandra's beauty supplies, and
Whole Foods.
yeah, and then all these things are things that people need and people like are beneficial to our community. Even the taxi thing that takes people to their appointments. You know, like those things are wonderful, and like we didn't, you know, not that we didn't feel like we should be in the room. We were just thankful to be in the room, you know, amongst the people that we were amongst, and for them to see what the vision of Black Monarchy, we're very appreciative.
So, you know, 25,000 in total. You know, the 43 North is you know, we kind of pitch things as it's the $1 million competition, the larger one. You know, and we started the pitch, you know, to really get into the smaller sector. You know, we know how big of a deal, you know, even $1 million could be for a company.
Oh yes.
But let's just, you know, 25,000, like that's not a small chunk of change. Like that can't be ignored of like how just important that can be.
Oh man.
What's the ambition and what's the plans for what's next with you guys?
Well, I think the first thing we want to do is just really just take the time to kind of process everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only been 12 hours.
It's been yeah.
So it's only been 12 hours.
But I'll let her, like, she has a lot of ideas, you know, and things that we wanted to do coming down the line. And like I said, because we've only been open for maybe 30 days.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things that we wanted to implement coming up soon, which now we don't have an opportunity to. Yeah. But baby, you can go on it.
Yes, I agree with you. 25,000 is no small chump change. You know, most small businesses know you don't even take a paycheck home. Yeah. You know, most of your investment really is in your business and your products, and if you don't sell, then you know, that's your bread and butter. So we don't take for granted. I mean, not even the least 25,000. I mean, obviously $1 million that would change anyone's life, but 25,000 for a small business is almost, if not better, same as, you know, having that $1 million gift. And there's just so many things. Right now, we work with a lot of local communities. We are populated we're in the West Side, right? Yeah. And it's hugely populated by a lot of refugees. And we want to really reach out to places like the West Side Bazaar, start employing some people who actually work there, who make the jewelry, make the clothing that actually represents, you know, what Black Monarchy stands for. And they're always looking for jobs. So right now we just kind of employ people just of what we had, but now we can actually have seamstresses. We can actually go and get more fabric. Our expansion can now be reached to all the different countries that we would like to actually have, you know, to be represented in Black Monarchy. There's so much. We're going to work with a financial advisor, kind of get it all planned out so that it's not like a short-term fix, but really moving forward so that it can help us expand. You know, we played and toyed with the idea, this is Black Monarchy New York. Some of our customers come in, oh, you should do Black Monarchy Toronto. And we laughed. And now it's just like, whoa.
Might be able to.
What if, you know? So there's just so much. I just see growth. And this is such a platform to now the small things that we wanted to do as far as, you know, help with our media, help with our website, the live inventory, help us garner more inventory so that we can be truly reflective of the globalistic world. Now we have the means to do so. And it's amazing what we have been able to accomplish with just what we have. So to have such backing, you know, like this, it's a chance in a million. Like it's favor. It's really amazing.
You know, I think the West Side's such a great location, too, for what you guys
are
doing. There's people immigrating there from dozens and dozens of countries, and you're doing the same.
69 languages.
It's insane.
69 different dialects.
And you're doing something similar, you know, in bringing in fabrics and apparel from all over the world, right?
Yes. And, you know, what's the testament, whenever we have people come in, because the people who come into Black Monarchy, it's something that you've never experienced anywhere else. Sure. We've had people who come in from Ethiopia who literally speak the same language, were born in the same area, their families were cousins, and they met for the first time in Black Monarchy. Like, that kind of stuff doesn't happen. And, you know, whenever we get some of the African population specifically that comes in to Black Monarchy. Oh, that's my son, guys, in the background.
Don't worry.
We're mom and dad.
That's right. It's all part of the startup
It's part
grind.
of the small business. Yep. You know, that's what I mean. It's just this is so incredible because it gives small business such a platform. Yeah. And we're so grateful to 43 North just for thinking of the little business, you know. But as I was saying, you know, when people come in, like we have a lot of hugely population from Africa in that area, and when they come in and they say, oh, like this is my country, like that's my fabric, that to me is like, oh my God, they feel comfortable, they touch the fabric, they smell the fabric, they sit on our chairs, you know. It's that to me is the gratifying, that they feel so comfortable to see themselves represented in this beautiful box. Because I mean, literally it's on the sidewalk, right? It's all over the west side, it's in the area, but to have it so beautifully done in a box, and that they carry pride in seeing how we, you know, reflected their culture, our culture, is, I mean, it really is wonderful.
You know, I think one of the great aspects of what you guys are doing too is, you know, because how, you know, divisive things have been in the world lately, you know, you're doing something that's bringing people together and bringing a familiarity and a common place, so to speak, of their life and their culture.
And what a time.
Yeah, it's important. You know, even a lot of the things that have been going on, you know, we carry certain sentiments about, like we care about, because it's a part of what's going on today. It's a part of the community. I mean, each person has their own thoughts on it. But we think the most important thing is for everybody to realize that, you know, like, how can we bring these things together? What's the solution? You know, instead of just harping on what's the issue, you know, and try to find a way to fix these things. And no better way to fix those things than trying to find a common ground where we all can fit, like, and realize that we're from one origin, you know, and then try to respect each other's differences, the culture that we bring, you know, whether you're Italian, you know, and I mean, one thing I do know about Italians from the guys I work with is they love to eat. You know, they love to eat. You know, even like they say, like, we don't even eat all the food that's put out, but it's all there. You know, and then
so
you know,
a vegan can't get mad. Respect that they like food.
Right,
that's right.
Just they love food. You know, and you know, everybody is going to live and then die, and I think it's important that during that time and that process that we enjoy each other, that you get to learn as much as you can, and have faith in the things that you want to accomplish in life, and go for them, and try to accomplish them. I think that's important.
So looking at the pitch competition itself, was that your first time pitching in that type of environment, and what was it like?
Yes. Scary.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If I tell you this story, you're not even going to believe me. I stayed up because we got like a 24-hour call, right? So our life has been changed in the matter of like, 36 hours, possibly, maybe less. And I prepared, you know, we stayed up. We're like, oh my God, this has to be perfect. Like, this is like a big deal. This is a platform. These people don't play. Like, this is like serious business. So stayed up to like 5, went to sleep at like 5:15, woke up at 5:45, and literally running on fumes.
Yeah.
And I had a whole speech ready. I had it all together. I'm like, I'm going over it, and we're reviewing in the back. The first 2 times I got it. It was wonderful. Then afterwards, I'm like, oh my God, I'm sucking at this. Is not working. And my husband said, throw the cards away.
Yep.
And I was just like, what? He said, no, throw it away, because what this is, it's a testimony, and it's going to help somebody else find faith to step out and go for it. Like, God has to get the glory in this, because that's who they know of you, Felicia. Like, that's what you do. That's what you represent. So do that. And literally, I threw the cards away. And we just told our story of, you know, having our furniture in a garage, planting those seeds, thinking about our globalistic society. Like, you know, you said something very poignant even just recently. You know, so sorry. You said something just so poignant just recently about, you know, the divisiveness that's happening. And I was always taught that, you know, we're all hyphenated Americans, right? Yeah. And we should look at it like that. Either you're a white American, Black American, Asian American, and we're all hyphenated Americans, unless they say like Native, right? But the rest of us we're all hyphenated. So I think just telling that story, bridging all of that together really was just like, you know, go for it. But it still was the scariest thing ever in life. And I can't even believe that people believe what we believe so strongly to place such faith in us. And I mean, I thought Shark Tank was rough. Like this, this is like the same comparison. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It was wonderful though. I mean, wow. I'd live it over again.
It's a great experience for anyone if they've never done it and they have a business. I certainly encourage a quick pitch somewhere because it's a thrill of a life. Take
this on the road. Like this is good. Like I don't know, maybe like a huge Western New York competition. Like this grows. Like man, I mean, I don't think there's ever been anything like this. You know, especially in Buffalo. Like we still feel so blessed to have been a part, to have been thought of. You know, as a small business, to be given such a platform. And we just hope to be able to use this platform, you know, as best as we can to make everyone proud who believed in our actual vision, our mission, our goals, and to just grow and expound upon that.
Well, as a parent with 2 kids under 5 myself, I understand the limited time frame we have. Your kids are beautiful and amazing, and I appreciate their patience. So, you know, wrapping things up, if people want to get involved with Black Monarchy and be engaged and, you know, be customers, why don't you give us the ways in which we can connect?
Yes, we are located on the west side of Buffalo in the 5 Point Business District. So our address is 527 West Utica, Suite number 2, Buffalo, New York, 14213. Our number is 347-508-5267. And you can come shop with us. We have varying hours, you know, through the week. But for the base, 12 to 5 on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Friday, and Saturday. You can definitely catch us.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Congratulations again on winning the pitch.
Thank you.
And we'll certainly be catching up with you guys down the road.
Yes. Oh, and follow us on social media.
Yes.
Our Instagram is @ShopBlackMonarchy, and our Facebook is just www.facebook.com/Black Monarchy.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for having us.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
I want to thank the founders and their 2 adorable children of Black Monarchy for joining us on the podcast this week. I always love it when there's a bit of an audience, and I'm sure the listeners don't mind as well. And the pitch was one of many events at 43 North Week. Head over to 43north.org to learn more about what's going on this week. Of course, the big finals next Thursday, October 5th at Shays Performing Arts Center. Tickets are still available. Head over to our website, 43north.org, to learn more about that. And I'm going to go try to recuperate and get ready for the next event, Startup Weekend. I'm Nate Benson. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the next one.